today's class, you will need padding for your knees, something, it could be a blanket. Also, a block might come in handy, or 2 blocks if you like to use 2 blocks, especially in your lunges. For some of you, also a strap, which could be a strap from a bathrobe or a belt or a scarf, might come in handy. So come and find your comfortable seated position. Sit up on a block if that makes you more comfortable. Stack your shoulders over your hips. So if that feels really impossible, grab your block. And your block could be books, hardcover books, or a book, and sit up on your book, or even a pillow from your couch. Come into your Ujjayi breath. Close your eyes if it's comfortable. As you inhale, pull your breath up from your sit bones and feel the breath course up along the length of your spine, through the tailbone, the sacrum, the low back, the mid back, the upper back, the neck, cervical spine, and up into your skull. As you exhale, allow the breath to rinse down both sides of your spine. Keep that length that you're already developing by pulling your belly back towards the spine at the end of the exhale. Activate your feet, push into them, push into your sit bones. Inhale. Now as you pull your breath up from the bottom of your spine, the tip of your tailbone, all the way up the whole length of your spine, feel for a spot that might feel painful if you're working with some sort of pain or injury. But it could also be a spot that feels constricted, feels tense, tight. A spot that is just calling out for more space. So inhale, feel all along the length of your spine, from the tailbone all the way up to the top inside of your skull. Use your exhale to rinse all along the length of your spine, also feeling for this spot that needs more space, that is calling for more space. If more than one spot calls for your attention, is calling for spaciousness, just pick one of those spots. The spot could also be wide, so if the area is near each other, you might just want to expand your spot and take a bigger spot. Now as you inhale, let your breath rinse around your spot. Just allow it to get to know your spot gradually, feel just a little bit more. Exhale, use this part of your breath to rinse around your spot, starting to make a little space by rinsing away some of the stuckness, some of the tightness, or the pain. Use today's class to make space in your spot, starting to make a little space by rinsing away some of the stuckness, some of the tightness, or the pain. Use today's class to make space in your spot and along your whole spine by using your breath, your attention, and the movement of each asana, each yoga pose. Coming into Shivananda breath, using this breath to saturate your spot. And if your spot's not ready to actually receive that much breath right now, just send your breath around your spot. Shivananda breath is inhaling for as long as is comfortable, holding the breath for as long as is comfortable, exhaling all the breath out for as long as is comfortable. If you're pregnant, no breath holds, you're just doing the inhale and exhale portion. Let's begin together. Inhale for as long as is comfortable. Hold the breath for as long as is comfortable. Exhale the breath out for as long as is comfortable, feeling into your spot. Do 2 more rounds, actually do 3 more rounds on your own. Finish up with your Shivananda breath and then move into a seated side bend with one leg straight. I'm mirroring you. Straighten your left leg. Wrap your left arm around. Grab either your waistband, or you might be able to reach around a little further and grab your thigh or pants. Reach the left arm up. Inhale, stretch that arm and stretch the left ribs up and forward. Exhale, lean into the side bend. Relax your neck. Push down into that left leg and out through the ball of the left foot. Push into your sit bones. Then from there, inhale into the bottom left side ribs, stretching those ribs up away from the waist a little more. Exhale, push into the sit bones, push out and down through the left leg, making space through the whole spine, even on your exhale. Feel into your spot. Second arm position, release your right arm. Inhale, first stretch it up overhead, pushing up through the fingers. Unwind your shoulder. Exhale, wrap that shoulder blade, bringing the arm over the ear. Relax your neck a little more. Also push into your left hand on the floor, pulling the floor towards you. To inhale, scoop both sides of your ribs away from the hips, get longer. Exhale, slide your left shoulder blade away from the ear, making some more space to let your neck release and let go a little bit more. To come out of this, first, inhale, reach your right arm up, bring it back into neck release. Then pause there for a moment, just let all your breath out. Feeling for letting your head be even heavier. Then inhale, pull yourself back up. Take your left hand on the side of the left cheek and lift your head back up. Switch sides. Wrap your left arm around. Grab your waistband, your thigh, or clothing in between. Reach the right arm straight up towards the ceiling and a little forward. Inhale, the right ribs up. Exhale, lean into your side bend. Bring the right hand to the inside. It can even be to the outside of your right thigh if that's better for your hips, your waist, or your low back. Inhale, course your breath all along your left side ribs. Use your breath to expand the ribs. Exhale, push into your right hand, and you might even, if the hand is on the inside of the right leg, you might be able to push your right arm into that leg to spin your left collarbone away from the floor a little bit more. Release your left arm. Inhale, stretch it up overhead. Exhale, wrapping the left shoulder blade, bring the arm over the ear. Second arm position. Inhale into your low back, right in the center along your spine. Exhale, pull your belly in, and from that pulling the belly in, feel how you can push your bottom front ribs away from the waist a little more. To come out of this, inhale your left arm up, bring it into neck release, and pause there, exhaling all your breath out. And then to come out, as you inhale, pull yourself back up. Take your right hand on the cheek and lift your head back up. Gather your legs. Come onto your back for some elbow to knee, but make sure you have a block nearby. We'll use that in a moment. And if you know that you like 2 blocks in bridge, supported bridge, grab both of your blocks. Elbow to knee first. Lie on your back. Feet on the floor, clasp your hands behind the base of your skull. Bring the elbows up. Bring the knees over the hips, feet lower than the line of the knees. If you're pregnant, you're keeping your head down, no pulling the belly in, and no breath holds. You can just lift one leg up at a time. If you want a modification, if your low back is very painful, bring the feet on the floor and you're doing basic elbow to knee, this version. Everyone else with your knees over the hips. Feet lower than the line of the knees. Active feet, everyone. Press your low and mid back into the floor. Inhale, lift the shoulders and head off of the floor. Hold the breath. Push the top rim of the sacrum into the floor. Scoop your tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards the left knee, right leg out. 45-degree angle or higher, pull your low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, spread the low back down, scoop your tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards the right knee, left leg straight. Push out through the ball of the left foot. Pull your low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, spread the low back down, scoop your tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards the left knee, right leg straight. Pull your low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, spread the low back down, scoop your tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards the right knee, left leg straight. Pull your low belly towards the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, spread the low back down, scoop your tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards the left knee, right leg straight. Pull your low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Do 2 more rounds on your own. Once you're done, bring your feet to the floor, bring head and shoulders back to the floor. Breathe in and feel. And then grab your block, setting up for abs with that block into two-part twisting abs with the block. Have your legs straight up towards the ceiling. If your hamstrings don't like that, bend your knees 90 degrees. If your low back is very tweaky, or if you're pregnant, feet on the floor and you're doing basic abs with a block. If you're pregnant, head stays down, no pulling the belly in. This is more like a pelvic tilt, but you're squeezing your block. Get your leg position ready. Clasp your hands behind the base of your skull, bring the elbows up. Press your mid back into the floor. Inhale through the back ribs. Hold the breath, scoop the tailbone up, squeeze your prop. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders up. Pull your low belly down. Inhale, shoulders and head to the floor. Hold the breath, scoop the tailbone up, squeeze your prop. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders up. Pull your low belly down. Now stay up for two-part twisting abs with the block. Take another deep inhale into your low back. Hold the breath, squeeze your prop. Exhale, scoop the tailbone up and bring both elbows towards your left thigh. Pull your low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, squeeze your prop. Exhale, scoop the tailbone up, bring both elbows towards your right thigh and pull your low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Get higher off of your shoulder blades. Hold the breath. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, scoop the tailbone up, bring both elbows towards your left thigh, pull your low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, squeeze your prop. Exhale, scoop the tailbone up, bring both elbows towards your right thigh, pull your low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Do 2 more rounds on your own. Feeling into your spot. Once you're done, bring your head and your feet to the floor. Remove your block and breathe in along your whole spine, feeling for the space that you're creating for yourself, especially in your spine and in your spot. Set up for bridge. Graze the back of your heels with your longest fingertips. Spread your arms. Palms up. Relax your shoulder blades away from the ears. Active feet. Press into your feet. Breathe in along your whole spine and through the back ribs. Pressing into the feet, scoop your tailbone up, lift your hips up. Get spacious in your breath and along your spine. Breathe in, peeling your sacrum up and towards your chin. Press into your feet, squeeze your sit bone muscles, and as you exhale, slide your tailbone towards the back of the knees. Feel for how that lengthens your spine. Bridge with one leg up. Grab either one block, putting it on the highest, most comfortable edge for you, or grab 2 blocks and stack them. And they will still go underneath your sacrum. You can see it takes a little bit more finesse to use 2 blocks. Make sure the blocks, especially if you're using 2, are not on your low back. Once you have the block or blocks in place, scoop your tailbone towards the back of the knees, press into your feet. Inhale into your side ribs, moving them towards your chin. Exhale, scoop the tailbone towards the back of the knees. Heel toe your left foot in so it's right, the ankle is lined up right in front of the left hip. Inhale the right knee into the chest. Exhale, straighten the leg up towards the ceiling. Push up through the ball of the foot. Get your breath spacious. Inhale the right knee into the chest. Exhale, foot to the floor. Press into both feet. Inhale your left knee into the chest. Exhale, straighten the leg up towards the ceiling, pushing up through the ball of the foot. Inhale, press into your right foot, squeezing the right sit bone muscle down the back of the thigh and lift up through the ball of the left foot. Exhale, squeeze both sit bone muscles to slide your tailbone away from the low back. Make some space. Inhale your left knee into the chest. Exhale, foot to the floor. Press into both feet strongly. Inhale, lift off of your blocks or block and move them off to the side. Get them out of the way. Press into both of your feet strongly. Inhale the sternum towards the chin. Exhale, come down slowly in increments. Make space the whole way down, tucking your tailbone up the whole way down. Your tailbone is the last to come down. Bring your hands onto your thighs. The heel of the hand is as close to your hip crease as you can get them. Inhale, push forward into your hands and slightly up on your thighs. Back traction. Exhale, scoop your tailbone up just a tiny bit to get your low back to flatten on the floor. Unless this brings you towards pain, then you can do the opposite and slide your pubic bone away from the belly button a little bit. Release the back traction. Turn over to your side. Make your way up slowly onto hands and knees, setting up for dolphin pose. Just readjusting, moving everything to the front of my mat. Set up for dolphin. Bring the elbows right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Take your elbow measurement, wrapping your fingers around your upper arm bones. Either clasp hands if you would like or need the extra support, or forearms parallel. I'm going to do this today with my hands clasped. Whatever version you're doing, press into your forearms and your hands. Inhale, spread breath between the shoulder blades. Exhale, wrap the shoulder blades without allowing your chest or belly to drape towards the floor. Pull your belly in a little bit. If you're pregnant, pull your transverse abdominal muscles in towards your center line. Inhale into the upper back from the bottom tip of the left shoulder blade all the way across to the bottom tip of the right shoulder blade. Exhale, wrap the shoulder blades. If you have further to go, tuck the toes, bring the knees away from the floor. Hips up, sit bones up and back. Pull your front bottom ribs towards your spine. Get your breath spacious and feel the breath swirl from your low ribs through the mid ribs into the upper back ribs. Exhale, push into your forearms more. Use that pushing down to actually lift your shoulder girdle away from the floor, wrapping your shoulder blades a little more. Relax your neck. Bring your knees down. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Slowly roll up. Sit, then stand. Setting up for sun salutations. Come to the front of your mat. If you know you need knee padding in your lunges, and if you have a blanket, just put the blanket halfway across your mat. I have a very thick mat, so I don't need extra padding with my home practicing mat. Have your feet parallel. Activate them. Push into your feet. Inhale, expand your side ribs and lift your ribs up away from the floor. Feel how already that gets you longer. Exhale, hands at heart center. Slide your tailbone towards the floor. Inhale, stretch your arms up, stretch the ribs up. Exhale, forward fold. You can come down with bent knees. Lunge, inhale, lightly step the left foot forward. Bring the knee down, pat it here if you need it. Bring your arms wherever you're comfortable right in this moment. The hands can stay down. You can bring the hands to the right thigh or even up overhead. Plank, hands come down first. Exhale, step back. Pull your front bottom ribs towards your spine. Pull your belly towards your spine. Squeeze your legs energetically together. If your feet are together, squeeze your legs together. Sit bones down the backs of your thighs. Now lower the knees. Breathe in here. Exhale, keep all of that squeezing. Just lower all the way down. Chest and belly down at the same time. Low cobra, come into a long sphinx. Elbows are a little wider than your shoulder width and 1 inch in front of the line of the shoulder. Spread your fingers. The middle finger points straight forward, lines up with your wrist and lines up with your elbow. Curl the pubic bone towards the floor. Squeeze those sit bone muscles down the backs of your thighs. Push into your feet. Inhale, push into your hands, drag your ribs forward, elbows 2 inches off the floor. Drag your ribs forward, lower all the way down. Hands beneath the shoulders. Exhale, down dog. Push into your hands. Sit bones up and back. Lunge, inhale, lightly step the left foot forward. Arms where they work for you. Exhale, forward fold. Push into your feet. Sit bones up. Let your torso hang. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Do 3 more rounds on your own, and we're meeting up after that to do the final round together. While you're doing your sun salutations, feel for using all of the movement on both the inhale breath as well as the exhale breath to feel for making space along your spine and in your spot. One round is the same leg back and then forward. That's one round. Once you finish your third round on your own, come to stand at the front of the mat, breathing in along your spine and into your spot. If you're still doing your sun salutations, make the one that you're on your last round. Come to stand at the front of the mat if you're not. The last round of sun salutations together. Bring the hands to heart center. Exhale all the breath out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Lunge, inhale. Actually, it's easy twisting lunge. Bring your left leg back. Set up in a 90-degree lunge. Then heel toe your right foot out about 2 inches. Grab a block if that feels better for you. We're doing a wide version of this. Bring your left hand 18 inches away from the inside of your right foot. Inhale, lift your right arm straight up towards the ceiling and relax your neck. Push into both feet. Squeeze your sit bone muscles. Left one down the back of the left thigh, right one down the back of the right thigh. Plank. Bring both hands to the floor. Step back into your plank. Lower to the floor. Low cobra. Curl the pubic bone towards the floor. Inhale, pull your ribs forward. So you're getting longer in your low cobra. Pulling the ribs forward, get longer still as you lower to the floor. Hands beneath the shoulders, exhale, down dog. Sit bones up and back, stretching your bottom part of the spine towards the ceiling. Easy twisting lunge. Bring the left foot forward, right knee down. Pad the right knee if you need it. The right hand is 18 inches away from the left, inside of the foot. Inhale your left arm towards the ceiling. Relax your neck as you exhale. Inhale into the bottom side ribs, expand there. Exhale, forward fold. Hang over your legs. Let your torso hang to get longer. Push into your feet. Inhale, pull the belly in. Use your buttocks to stand up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Moving on to B series with 2 pose vignette. I'm going to put my glasses back on. Come into chair. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hang over your legs. Activate your feet. Inhale, scoop your ribs forward. Fingertips can be on the floor. If you're having a hard time getting longer in the spine, bring your hands onto your shins, bend your knees. You really can scoop forward. Plant your hands, exhale, step back into your plank, and lower all the way to the floor. Low cobra. Inhale, pull the ribs forward to lift up. This is more about creating space than it is about getting into a back bend. Squeeze your sit bone muscles down the backs of the thighs. Get that pubic bone to plug into the floor. Plug your feet into the floor. Pulling the ribs forward, get longer as you lie down. Down dog, exhale. Step your left foot forward, warrior 2 with shoulder shrugs. Come into your warrior 2. And I'm mirroring you here. Lower your arms. Press into your feet. Squeeze those sit bone muscles. That's part of the magic of creating space. Tying your breath into active feet, pushing into the floor. Squeezing those sit bone muscles so that your pelvis tilts a little bit. The hip crests come back just a tiny bit. Inhale into the upper back. Hold the breath, shrug the shoulders straight up, squeeze straight back. Exhale, squeeze, drag your shoulder blades down the back. Spread the breath into the upper back. Exhale, squeeze straight back without jutting out your front ribs. Squeeze, slide down the back. Let it be a long exhale. Balloon the breath into the upper back. Exhale, squeeze bottom tips of shoulder blades. Add your elbows, squeeze, drag down your back. Extended warrior variation. Inhale, float your arms up. Ribs forward. Left forearm on your thigh. Wrap your right arm around and grab something. Could be your waistband, clothing, or even your thigh. Relax your neck. Push into both feet. Squeeze that right sit bone muscle down the back of the right thigh. Then from there, inhale your left bottom side ribs away from the waist. Exhale, push into that left arm. Slide the shoulder blade away from the ear. Then use that arm to pull the ribs forward even more. And then if your neck got into the action like mine did, let it relax a little bit more. Spaciously breathe in and connect into your spot. Rinse your exhale through your neck, through your jaw, separate the backs of the teeth. Release your right arm. Inhale, first stretch it up overhead. Plank pose, exhale. Frame your front foot, step back into plank, and lower all the way to the floor. Low cobra. Move your hands forward 12 inches. Come into Sphinx first, long Sphinx. We're gonna unclog the low back first. Actually, it's better when you're down, so bring the head back down. Lift your right leg straight up. Inhale, internally rotate the leg, meaning the inside of your thigh and your knee points towards the ceiling a little more. Push out through the foot. Exhale, lower the leg to the floor. Top of the foot presses into the floor. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Internally rotating it. Bring the inside of the knee and the inside of the thigh towards the ceiling a little more. Exhale, pushing out through the leg, lower the foot to the floor. Redo your right leg if you need to. Low cobra. Inhale, drag your ribs forward. Get longer. Exhale, lower to the floor. Down dog. Shoulder shrugs, warrior two. Step your right foot forward. Whoops. And I'm mirroring you. Relax your arms. Breathe into your upper back. Hold the breath. Shrug the shoulders straight up. Squeeze straight back. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down the back. Saturate your upper back with your breath. Exhale, squeeze straight back. Squeeze. Drag down your back. Balloon the breath into your upper back. Exhale, squeeze your bottom tips of shoulder blades, adding your elbows to squeeze and drag down your back. Relax the arms for a moment, then inhale, setting up for extended warrior variation. Bring the right forearm on your right thigh. Wrap your left arm around, grab your waistband, your thigh, or clothing. Push into the right forearm. Inhale, lift your torso away from the right thigh a tiny bit. Exhale, pull with your left hand to lift your left collarbone away from the floor a little bit more. Then from there, relax your neck a tiny bit more. And if you feel like the right shoulder is getting in the way, for most of us it does, push into your right arm a little bit more, sliding the right shoulder blade away from the ear. Then feel how much more space your neck has to relax. Inhale, get your breath really spacious. Feel the breath move through the left side ribs, across your torso into the right side ribs. Exhale, push into the outer edge of your left foot, squeezing the left sit bone muscle down the back of the left thigh. Release your left arm. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, bring both hands to the floor. Step back into your plank and lower all the way to the floor. Low cobra, hands forward 12 inches. Inhale, drag your ribs forward. You can do that unclogging the low back before you do this if you'd like. Lower down, hands beneath the shoulders. Exhale, down dog. Reverse warrior. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Come into your warrior two. In your warrior two, make sure that your front heel lines up with the back arch. Push into your feet. Keep your left knee directly over the left ankle. Inhale the right arm towards the right front side of your mat. And as you exhale, bring that right hand somewhere on the thigh and lift your left arm straight up towards the ceiling. If this left arm feels like you can go further, as you exhale, wrap the shoulder blade, bring the arm over the ear, and relax your neck a little bit more. Plug both feet into the floor. Squeeze your sit bone muscles. Inhale from there. Lift both sides of your ribs away from the waist. We've done this in various poses, so feel how it feels different, yet can feel very similar in each pose. What can you do to feel more spacious in your pose? Active feet, a deeper breath, a smooth breath. Even squeezing your sit bone muscles and lifting the ribs away from the waist are all methods of getting more spacious. Triangle pose. Inhale your right arm forward. It's the left arm that comes forward actually. Push into the left leg. If you need a block or would like a block in your triangle, grab it. Your block or hand comes to the outside or even the inside of your left leg. Inhale the right arm straight up towards the ceiling. Exhale, relax your neck. Get your breath spacious, sending it into the bottom side ribs and lifting those ribs away from the waist. Exhale, push into your feet, squeezing the right sit bone muscle down the back of the right thigh, and feel how that allows you to get anchored so much more that you might be able to take your right collarbone up away from the floor a tiny bit more. Relax your neck. Bend the left knee, plank pose. Hands down, exhale, step back and lower all the way to the floor. Low cobra. Inhale, pull your ribs forward. Pull the ribs forward, lower down. Exhale, down dog. Reverse warrior. Warrior two foot position. Step your right foot forward. Press into both feet to stand up. I'm just switching so that I remain facing forward, mirroring you. Plug both feet into the floor. Inhale your right arm back. And as you exhale, just lift your right arm. Actually, it's the left arm back. Right arm straight up towards the ceiling. Push into both feet. Squeeze those sit bone muscles like crazy. Those are like secondary anchors. Your feet are the primary anchors actually plugging into the floor. And your sit bone muscles are doing as much work, but they're helping to get your legs and your pelvis rather, to be a really strong foundation. If you have further to go with this left or this right arm, just extend it over the ear and relax your neck. Plug both feet into the floor. From that plugging down, inhale, make space along your spine, getting those ribs to move away from your hips. Exhale, slide the left shoulder blade away from the ear. Relax your neck a little more. Bring your right arm forward. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Triangle pose. Grab your block if you're using it. And if you're like me and the blocks are getting wider and wider apart, just come out of your pose to grab it. Place your block to the inside or outside of your right leg. Right hand on the block or the floor if you have that flexibility. Inhale your left arm towards the ceiling. Exhale, relax your neck. Now, if your breath is getting constricted anywhere in the pose, that's an indication that you need to make some space, probably from using props, by using props. So grab your block and put your right hand on the block. Everyone, inhale into the right side ribs. Exhale, push into the left outer side of the foot. Squeeze that left sit bone muscle down the back of the left thigh and move those right ribs away from your right waist a little bit more. Bend your right knee, down dog or turbo dog. Exhale. Step your left foot forward, warrior two, foot position, for a head to ankle prep. You can stand all the way up like I did, or you can stay pretty low. Either way, meet up with your hands right underneath the shoulders in the middle of your legs. Then bring the left hand to the inside of your left thigh. Right hand moves about a foot in front of your right foot. Relax your neck. Make sure this left hand is not on your knee. Have it on the thigh. Push into the left hand. Inhale, open up the left side ribs. Exhale, relax your neck. Keep pushing into that left hand. The shoulders are slowly moving in the direction of your right leg. Inhale. Feel how much more spacious your breath is. Exhale, where can you soften and let go without collapsing? Flank stretch. Bring both hands back to the floor. Parallel your feet. You may need to heel toe your feet towards each other. Forward fold just for a moment so you can feel how your torso drapes down towards the floor. Then walk your hands back towards your right foot. Grab the right outside of your ankle with your hand and bring your right hand on top of that. If you can't reach the ankle and you can't get your feet super close or close enough together to actually grab it, you can do this by taking your strap and just looping it around your leg. No need to make a loop, just bring one end of it around the back of your leg. Grab both tails of the loop, and you can still do this here. Wherever you are, inhale into the left ribs and push those left ribs in the direction of the left thigh. Exhale, feel for letting your torso drape towards the floor. So this continues to be a forward fold, but it's a flank stretch. The left ribs are ballooning and getting longer. You're not pulling yourself towards your right leg. Breathe and connect into your spot, noticing already with the combination of your breath, your intention, your attention, and the movements, how much more spacious your spot is. Gently release. Walk your feet forward. Exhale back into your plank and lower all the way to the floor. Boat series prep. Bring your hands forward into low cobra. Do your back traction here, if you'd like. Curl your pubic bone into the floor. Press into the feet for a moment. Inhale first. Push into your hands, dragging your ribs forward and up. Elbows off the floor. If this feels enough, stay here. But if you have further to go, as you exhale, lift your legs away from the floor by using your quads and your sit bone muscles. Don't just bend at the knees. Push out through the balls of the feet. Get longer from the front as well as from the back. Lower all the way to the floor. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Warrior 2 foot position. For a head to ankle prep, you can stay pretty low. Just walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Right hand to the inside of your right thigh. Left hand in front of your foot. I'm going to mirror you, so I'm changing. So now I'm mirroring you. Right hand to the inside of the right thigh, left hand about a foot in front of the left foot. Inhale, push into the right hand and feel for the ribs getting longer. Exhale, relax your neck. Inhale, feel how much more spacious and deep your breath is and how that helps to make space in your spine, in your thought patterns, and in your spot. Flank stretch. First, bring both hands to the floor. Walk your hands back, grabbing your left ankle. Right hand comes to the outside of the ankle, left hand on top. Forward fold for a moment. Grab your strap and use it if you need to or want to. Inhale, push into your feet. Balloon the right ribs towards your right thigh. Exhale, push into your feet. Bring your sit bones towards the ceiling. If your hamstrings are super tight, micro bend your knees. Lift your quads away from your knees to support your hamstrings. Gently come out of this. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Exhale into down dog or turbo dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior 2. Eagle, ostrich, warrior 2. Stand up. Wrap your left arm underneath your right. You could double wrap for the full eagle arm. You could single wrap. You could do this by hugging yourself with both hands reaching around to the outsides of your shoulders. Elbows, no matter what you're doing, are lined up with your upper chest. Push into your feet. Inhale, telescope your ribs up. Make space along your whole spine. Exhale, bow forward between the legs. Hang the torso. Sit bones up. Feet pressed down. If this is super uncomfortable on your low back, grab a chair. Actually, I'm going to show you with the block first. Grab your block. And you could rest your forearms on your block. If that's still not comfortable, grab a chair and take the forward folding out of this completely. You're still forward folding, but you're not hanging, and you're pulling the ribs away from your hips even here without the hips coming forward. Spiniflex. First, bring both hands to the floor underneath the shoulders. Parallel your feet, coming back into your straddle. You may need to heel toe your feet towards each other. Then walk your right hand, actually your left hand, to the outside of your right ankle. Then from here, sit bones up, press into your active feet. Inhale the right arm towards the ceiling, coming into a twist. Let your torso hang, so you're not pulling your torso towards your right thigh. It's hanging, but it's twisting. Let your head hang. Push into your feet. Inhale, maybe twist a little more deeply. Exhale, let your head be heavy so it tractions your neck and makes space in your cervical spine. Gently unwind, bring your right hand and left hand to the floor. Walk both hands to the front of the mat. Exhale back into down dog or turbo dog. Step your right foot forward. Warrior two. Stand up. So we can set up for eagle, ostrich. I'm going to mirror you, so I'm changing my legs. Don't change yours. Wrap your right arm underneath the left. Inhale, push into the feet, lift your ribs up. Exhale, bow forward between your legs. Let your torso hang. Push into the feet, lift the sit bones towards the ceiling. Spiniflex. Parallel your feet. Walk your feet towards your right ankle. Actually, that didn't make sense. Walk your left hand to the outside of your left ankle. Push into your feet. Bring the sit bones towards the ceiling. If your hamstrings are super tight, just micro bend your knees a tiny bit, lifting your quads away from the knees. Let your head hang. Inhale the right arm towards the ceiling. Actually, I think I'm doing the same side. So if that's the case, switch sides. Make sure you're doing the second side. Inhale, lift your top arm towards the ceiling. Exhale, let your head hang, let your torso hang. The torso is twisting, but it's not lifting. Slowly unwind. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Exhale, back into down dog or turbo dog. Bring your knees down. Sit down. Back release pose. Actually, I switched my mind. I'm going to do seated, shin bound, seated spinal twist. I'm going to use a strap here. So bring your right foot to the inside of your left leg straight. Take your strap, wrap it around your right leg, both the shin and the thigh. Take both tails around your back. Grab both tails with your left arm. If you're more flexible, you might be able to reach around and actually get the hand to grab the thigh. Actually, I am doing this wrong. It's the other way. Nope, I did it right. The twists and the mirroring totally got me off balance with my right left. So bear with me. Push into both feet. Inhale, lift your ribs up. Exhale, now take your right hand to the outside of your left thigh and come into a twist. We're not going to lean forward all that much. This is more about the twist. Push into your sit bones, push into your legs. Inhale, lift the ribs up. Exhale, maybe twist a little more deeply. And then you might be able to just lean your chest. It's really the right shoulder leans down towards the floor, and then relax your neck. Push into your legs to inhale, slowly sit up. Switch sides. And let's see if I can get the left, right correct here. Right leg straight. I'm mirroring you. Left foot to the inside of the thigh. Wrap the strap around your left shin and thigh. Then take your strap behind your back. Grab it, both ends, with your right hand. Push into your sit bones, push into your feet. Inhale, lift your ribs up. Exhale, bring the left hand to the outside of your right thigh, coming into a twist. Push into the sit bones, into the legs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, you might be able to lean your left shoulder down towards the floor, and then from there, relax your neck a little more. If you just slumped, or if you got out of the twist and you're doing more of a forward fold, lift up and feel for doing more of the twist. Inhale, pushing into the sit bones. Pull your bottom side ribs, the front and the back bottom ribs, away from your waist. Then from there, you might have created more space to exhale, deepen your twist. Pushing into the legs, inhale, sit up. Unwind. Come onto your backs. A little back traction first. Bring the heels of your hands into your hip creases, feet on the floor, but still active. Inhale, push into the hands, traction your back. Exhale, you can play with the pelvic tilt. The hips stay on the floor. The pelvic tilt is tiny. For some people, the tucking the tailbone towards the back of the knees feels better. For others, it's the low back lifting away from the floor that might feel better. Get your breath to spread through the back ribs and pull into your spot. Then release. Set up for Shavasana. You could stay with your feet on the floor, just widen them, bringing the knees together. Or if you'd like, you could straighten the legs. If you're practicing at home and you have the time, you could stop the video now and set your clock for 5 minutes. attention back to your whole body. Take a deep feeling breath in, filling your whole core, which includes your whole spine and includes your spot. Exhale, rinse luxuriously your own breath through every cell of your body. Feel for bringing in this spaciousness that you're creating for yourself into every part of your body. Slowly bend your knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the floor. Slowly roll over to your side and make your way up to sit, letting your head be the last to come up. Find a comfortable seated position. Come back into your Ujjayi breath. Breathe in luxuriously, feeding your breath into your spot. Feel. Really take this time to feel inside. Feel the changes that you're creating for yourself with these practices. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale in. Namaste. Happy whatever day that you are practicing. Thank you.